Consciousness is the only reality, and where you are conscious of being psychologically determines the circumstances of your life. The ancients knew this great truth, but our modern teachers have yet to discover it. There is only one substance in the world. Our scientists call it energy, while Scripture defines it as consciousness. We are told that the universe was caused by water, but if this is true, then it could not evolve into anything but water. But if the basic substance is energy or consciousness, it can be made to manifest itself as iron, steel, and wood, to name but a few. Man, seeing a variety of forms, thinks of numberless substances, but what is seen is only a change in the arrangement of the same basic substance, consciousness. The state the individual admits into his consciousness is the cause of one man being rich and another poor. The poor man admits to being in the state of poverty by saying, "I am poor," just as the rich man admits wealth by saying, "I am rich." Anything you, an individual, claim yourself to be it good, bad, or indifferent, right or wrong, must be made manifest in your world, for by claiming the state, you have consented to its life. There is only one cause of reality, and that is consciousness. Your consciousness is the center from which your world mirrors and echoes the state you presently occupy. Now, a state can be defined as all that you believe and consent to as being true. So if you want your world to change, you must determine what you want to accept and consent to as true before you can change it. To arrive at a certain definition of self, you must begin by uncritically observing your automatic reaction to an event, for your reaction defines your state, and you can, without getting out of your chair, rebuild your world by changing your state of being. This is done by observing yourself uncritically as you react to life. If you do not like the circumstances of your life, acknowledge its cause. Be willing to admit that the circumstances are only objectifying what you are conscious of. Then change your consciousness and your world will change. If you react to that which is being objectified, you bind yourself to a certain level of awareness, but if you refuse to react, the thread is broken. Stop being conscious of something unlovely, for every unlovely thought causes you to walk in psychological mud. Rather, identify yourself with beauty, with love, the Christ in you, and you will ascend the infinite level of your own being and change the circumstances of your life. Your state of awareness, like a magnet, attracts life. Steel, in its demagnetized state, is a whirling mass of electrons. But when the electrons are faced in one direction, the steel is magnetized. You do not add to the steel to make it magnetic or take anything away to demagnetize it. This same principle is true for you. You can change your world by rearranging your thoughts and having them travel only in one direction, and that is toward the fulfillment of your desire. Watch your reactions to life, for any change in the arrangement of your mind, which can be detected by self-observation, will cause a change in your outer world. It is important to learn to be passive to that which is unlovely and unacceptable to you. In that way, you are awakening the dynamic one within. And when you find your inner being, you will discover that the qualities you condemn in others are really in yourself. Then you will know the secret of forgiveness, for as you forgive yourself, the others are forgiven. All things, not just a few, are made manifest by the light, and everything manifested is light. The moment you consent to a thought, it is made manifest. It could not come into being unless you consented to its expression by being aware of it. The universe moves with motiveless necessity, as it has no motive of its own. Rather, it moves under the necessity of manifesting the arrangements of the minds of men. This teaching is to awaken you to your light, and the awakening begins by self-observation. If you have a secret affection for living in the mud of self-pity and condemnation, your world will mirror those feelings. But if you will rearrange your mind and live in the heavenly feeling of harmony and love, your manifested world will change. If today you would spend 5 minutes in uncritical observation of yourself, you would be surprised to discover how deceitful you are. It is a terrible shock, I know, but every shock of this type will let in the light of awareness, and life is an ever-increasing illumination. As the light comes in, you become more and more conscious of who you really are. There is only one cause for the phenomena of life. Only by observing your own consciousness can you discover the cause of what is happening to you. There is no greater tyrant than the belief in a secondary cause. Let that tyrant go by remembering the one and only substance, the only cause, which is awareness, and immediately change what you are aware of. Only by observing your reactions to life can you find yourself. And remember, as long as you react as you do, the same things must confront you, for all that you admit to is made manifest by your consciousness. And everything you manifest is your consciousness. Stop walking through the world in the mud and living in its basement. Your soul is made up of all that you consent to. Lose your soul on one level, and you will find it on a higher level, defined differently. Always examine yourself uncritically, for the moment you become critical, you automatically justify your reactions and associate yourself with the thing observed. Everything is individual. Collective security and collective salvation are terms approached individually. Learn to stand on your own feet and not on the feet of a group. You must free yourself, and the only way to do that is to awaken the Christ in you who is sound asleep. Think noble thoughts based on noble concepts, and they will pay great dividends, for you will rise in consciousness and transform your world. Give yourself your daily bread by giving yourself the opportunity to remember who you are. Never envy the good fortune of another, simply appropriate your own. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, by changing the ideas planted there, for you cannot change your thinking until you change the ideas from which your thoughts flow. Remember, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content like this, which will help you grow, evolve, and achieve the life you deserve. Leave your comment below, telling us how you plan to put this into practice, and let's build a community focused on prosperity and transformation together. Vibration plays a pivotal role in creating reality. Everything in the universe, from the smallest subatomic particles to colossal galaxies, adheres to the law of vibration. This law declares that everything in existence vibrates, moves, resonates. There's no exception, no idle moment. Even seemingly still objects are vibrating, but at frequencies that our senses fail to detect. Look around you. Every object, every living creature, including ourselves, is vibrating at distinct frequencies. Everything is essentially energy manifesting in different vibrational states. We, humans, are complex entities of vibrational energy. Our thoughts, emotions, physical state all influence the frequency at which we vibrate. Our brain, an intricate network of electrically charged neurons, serves as a tool for thinking. Remember, we think with our brain. The brain itself doesn't create thoughts. Each thought or emotion we generate sets up a vibration, influencing our overall vibrational state. Understanding the law of vibration isn't a mere intellectual pursuit. It has profound real-world implications, especially concerning health, relationships, and personal development. The vibrational frequency you operate at has a direct impact on what you attract into your life. Negative vibrations like fear, worry, or doubt can lead to a self-perpetuating cycle of negativity. Conversely, positive vibrations attract positivity, prosperity, and happiness. Let's consider personal development. Your vibrational state significantly influences your capacity for growth and self-realization. The higher and more positive your vibration, the greater your potential for development. It's like tuning a radio. You have to adjust your frequency to catch the broadcast you desire. Our emotions are also manifestations of our vibrational state. If you feel uneasy, you're likely vibrating at a lower frequency. If you feel joyful, your vibration is likely high. By recognizing this, you can consciously alter your vibrational state, turning a negative state into a positive one. Suppose you encounter someone who's in a negative state. Try to shift the conversation to something positive. something that may make them smile or feel proud. Give a sincere compliment. You'll witness their vibration shift towards positivity. And the beauty of this? You can apply the same technique to alter your own vibrational state when feeling low. There exists a space between any given situation and your response to it. In that infinitesimal space, you hold the power to determine your reaction. You can choose the vibration you want to resonate with. Our surroundings vibrate too, and we react to these external vibrations. A bustling cafe, a tranquil forest, each has a distinct vibration. If you find yourself in a place where the vibrations make you uncomfortable, it's advisable to leave. Seek out places that match your vibration and make you feel good. Practicing the law of vibration isn't just about understanding it. It's about consciously aligning your vibrations with your desires, especially in terms of personal development. Visualize your goals, focus your energy on them, and resonate with their achievement. You're essentially setting up a vibrational match that can attract those goals into your reality. Understanding and harmonizing with the law of vibration empowers you to actively participate in crafting your reality. As the author of your life, the plot hinges on the vibrations you choose to resonate with. By mastering your vibrational state, you're essentially directing the story towards a fulfilling and prosperous life. Remember, the universe is an orchestra and you're an instrumental part. So, what melody will you choose to play? At a foundational level, the law of vibration also encompasses the law of attraction. You see, you don't just attract what you want, but what you are. You draw towards you experiences and opportunities that resonate with your vibrational frequency. This understanding brings a profound sense of empowerment. It liberates you from feeling a mere victim of external circumstances, revealing that you can influence your reality by adjusting your vibrational state. Consider the elements of nature: a serene lake, the tall rustling trees, the melodious birdsong, the breathtaking sunset. Have you ever wondered why these sights and sounds bring such a deep sense of peace? It is because nature vibrates at a frequency that is harmonious and balanced. Spending time in such environments can recalibrate our own vibrations, bringing us closer to a state of equilibrium and contentment. And the beauty of this universal law is that it is ever active, ever responsive. Even as you sleep, your vibrational frequency is at work, attracting experiences and situations that mirror your dominant vibrations. With practice and mindfulness, you can leverage this law to attract health, wealth, and happiness. The key is to consciously elevate your vibrations to match the frequency of your desires. Learning to harness the law of vibration is akin to learning a new language, the language of energy and frequencies. With fluency comes the ability to express, to create, and to transform. You begin to see your emotions, your thoughts, your life, and even the universe not as a series of random events, but as a beautiful tapestry woven from innumerable strands of vibrating energy. To gain more control over your life, it's time to dive deep into understanding and applying the law of vibration. It is about embracing that we are more than mere physical beings. We are dynamic entities, continually vibrating and interacting with the energy around us. Through conscious effort, we can tune these vibrations to resonate with positivity, health, and prosperity. In essence, mastery over your vibrational frequency means mastery over your life. As you attune yourself to higher and more positive frequencies, you'll notice your life transforming. This transformation isn't merely about personal gain, but also about contributing to a more harmonious, prosperous world. So, embark on this journey of understanding the law of vibration. Learn, grow, and vibrate higher. Remember, each vibration, each thought, each action sends ripples into the universe. Make yours count. Let them resonate with love, joy, and abundance. Because you are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop.
Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. shaping the world around you with every thought you entertain. The key to unlocking your potential lies in keeping your focus on what you desire rather than dwelling on what you do not want. Every thought carries energy, and what you repeatedly imagine in your mind becomes your reality. When you constantly worry about failure, you align yourself with failure. But when you fill your mind with success, abundance, and joy, your world begins to reflect those states. You are the creator of your experience, and your assumptions dictate the life you lead. Train yourself to see only the outcomes you wish to experience, for your attention determines your direction. The images you hold in your mind become the blueprint of your life. If you truly desire transformation, you must discipline your thoughts to remain steadfast on your dreams. The mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant will eventually grow. If you sow thoughts of abundance, love, and success, your external world will reflect the same. Doubt, fear, and worry act like weeds, choking the growth of your desired manifestations. It is not enough to merely wish for good things. You must persistently think in alignment with them. The universe is not selective. It simply mirrors back the dominant impressions you hold. Change your inner conversation and make it a habit to dwell on what you want. When you see yourself as already having achieved your desires, you create a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The secret is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and live from that state. Reality conforms to your inner convictions, making it essential to guard your mental state. By choosing thoughts that serve your highest good, you move effortlessly toward the fulfillment of your dreams. Your imagination is the most potent force you can wield, shaping your destiny with precision. If you can see yourself living your desired life in your mind's eye, you have already set the wheels in motion. Imagination is not a mere escape. It is the very tool by which reality is constructed. Do not be misled by appearances, for they are simply past thoughts solidified into form. If you wish to change your circumstances, begin by altering the inner narrative you entertain. Speak as though you already possess all that you seek, and your world will rearrange itself accordingly. Every moment is an opportunity to redirect your focus toward your ideal reality. The more vividly you can imagine yourself embodying your dreams, the faster they materialize. Embrace the feeling of already being the person you aspire to be, and the world will mold itself to match. The mind and the outer world are one. Transform your thoughts, and your life must follow suit. Your assumptions harden into fact, becoming the very foundation upon which your life is built. Everything you persistently assume to be true eventually manifests in your world. It is not a question of whether this principle works. It is always in operation. The only choice you have is what to assume. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. Your external reality is a reflection of your dominant state of being. If you desire wealth, embody the feeling of abundance before any tangible evidence appears. If you seek love, become the embodiment of love itself. The key is to think from the end, assuming the identity of the person who already possesses everything they desire. When you change your inner state, your world shifts to accommodate it. Feelings of lack and frustration only serve to perpetuate unwanted circumstances. To move into a new reality, you must first claim it internally. You do not need permission from the external world to change. Transformation begins within. The more unwavering you are in your assumption of having what you desire, the faster it will manifest. The world is a mirror, and your assumptions are the reflections you see. Choose to see only that which serves your highest vision, and reality will follow suit. Persistence is the golden key to unlocking any desire. The mind is easily swayed by present conditions, but you must remain faithful to your vision, regardless of appearances. Do not allow temporary obstacles to dictate your state of mind. When you persist in assuming the feeling of already having what you seek, reality bends to match your assumption. Your current circumstances are nothing more than the remnants of past thoughts. They hold no power over what you create next. It is through unwavering faith in your desired outcome that you bring it to fruition. Do not waver in your assumption. Live as if your wish has already been granted. The universe does not operate on chance. It is governed by the certainty of your beliefs. The moment you fully accept your desire as a present fact, the process of its manifestation begins. Doubt is the only thing that can delay or derail your progress. Let your assumptions be immovable, and your life will transform accordingly. Each thought you nurture is a step toward either the fulfillment of your dreams or the perpetuation of your current state. Your focus determines your fate. If you allow distractions and fears to dominate your mind, they will dictate your reality. But if you train yourself to concentrate solely on the life you wish to create, it must unfold before you. There is no power greater than your ability to assume the feeling of already having what you desire. Assume the best, and it will become your experience. Train yourself to think only in alignment with your vision, eliminating all that contradicts it. Your mind is the architect of your destiny, shaping every detail of your world. The key is to remain steadfast in your assumptions, never allowing external circumstances to dictate your internal state. Reality is fluid, responding to your dominant thoughts and beliefs. Take control of your mind, and you take control of your life. And that's it for the day. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to share your thoughts and insights in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever felt stuck or frustrated with trying too hard to manifest your desires? If your answer is yes, this video is for you. Today, we'll explore the idea that you don't have to struggle or stress to create the life you want. Instead, you only need to embrace the understanding that it's already yours. Manifestation often feels like a strenuous task, one that requires immense effort, focus, and constant action. But what if I told you that the most powerful form of manifestation is effortless? It isn't about sitting idly by or being passive. Instead, it's about aligning with the natural flow of the universe. Effortless manifestation occurs when you let go of the need to control every detail. It's about trusting that the universe is working in your favor, even when you can't see the full picture. This doesn't mean you stop taking action, but rather that your actions come from a place of ease and alignment, not struggle and force. Consider the metaphor of a river. When you're in alignment, you're flowing downstream, effortlessly moving towards your desires. But when you try too hard, it's like swimming upstream against the current, expending unnecessary energy. Effortless manifestation is about trusting the flow, knowing that everything is already set in motion. The key to effortless manifestation is embracing the concept that it's already yours. But what does this truly mean? When you understand that everything you desire already exists in some form in the universe, you shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. It's not about trying to create something from nothing. It's about allowing what already exists to manifest in your reality. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't need to worry or stress about it growing. You trust that with the right conditions, it will naturally sprout and flourish. The same applies to your desires. There are seeds you've already planted in the universe. All you need to do is nurture them with belief, positive energy, and aligned action. Believing that it's already yours means recognizing that the universe is abundant and that there's no need to compete or struggle for what you want. When you release the need to try so hard, you allow the universe to deliver your desires in the most perfect way, often in ways you couldn't have imagined. To fully embrace effortless manifestation, it's crucial to align your mindset and beliefs with the understanding that your desires are already yours. This requires reprogramming any limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. Start by examining your current beliefs around manifestation and abundance. Do you believe that things have to be hard? Do you think you have to struggle to achieve your goals? These beliefs can create resistance and block the flow of manifestation. Shift your mindset to one of ease and flow. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, Instead of thinking, I have to work hard to manifest my desires, try thinking, I allow my desires to come to me effortlessly. This subtle shift in language and mindset can make a world of difference. Another powerful practice is visualization. Visualize yourself already living your desired reality. Feel the emotions, the joy and the satisfaction of having what you want. The more vividly you can imagine it, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the easier it becomes to manifest it into your reality. The universe mirrors your beliefs and emotions. If you believe it's already yours, the universe will align to make that your reality. But if you hold on to doubts or fears, you'll manifest those instead. So, choose to believe in the ease and abundance of the universe. Here are some practical techniques for effortless manifestation that you can incorporate into your daily life. Meditation and mindfulness. Take time each day to quiet your mind and connect with your inner self. Meditation helps you release resistance and align with the flow of the universe. In this state of calm, you become a magnet for your desires. Scripting. Write about your desires as if they've already happened. Describe in detail how your life looks, feels, and what you're experiencing. This practice helps solidify the belief that it's already yours. Gratitude. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. By appreciating what you already have, you attract more of it into your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, making manifestation effortless. Letting go. Release the need to control how and when your desires will manifest. Trust that the universe knows the perfect timing. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering to the flow and trusting the process. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind. Affirmations like, I am a powerful creator. Everything I desire flows to me effortlessly, and I am worthy of all the good things. Reinforce your belief in effortless manifestation. These techniques, when practiced consistently, will help you align with the effortless flow of the universe. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about aligning more. The more you align, the less effort you need to manifest your desires. Remember that manifestation isn't about trying harder, it's about trusting deeper. It's about knowing that your desires are already yours and allowing them to manifest in their own perfect time. Let's end with some powerful affirmations. I trust the universe to bring my desires to me effortlessly. I am aligned with the flow of abundance and prosperity. Everything I desire is already mine, and I am grateful for it. I let go of all resistance and allow my desires to manifest easily. I am a powerful creator, and I attract all that I need effortlessly. And that's it for the day. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to share your thoughts and insights in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. You've pictured it 1,000 times. You've closed your eyes, felt the emotion, imagined the outcome. You've tasted the future before it even arrived. You've whispered your intentions into the silence. And yet, here you are, still waiting. Still wondering why nothing has truly shifted. Or maybe you've seen tiny ripples. A sign here. A brief sense of movement there. But then, the same thoughts return. The same habits. The same version of you, quietly circling the same loop. If you've ever felt like your vision is powerful, but your reality isn't reflecting it, there's a reason. Visualization isn't enough. Not on its own. Because it's not just about what you see with your eyes closed. It's about what you radiate with your eyes open. The field doesn't respond to desire. It responds to frequency. There's a vast difference between imagining a better future and broadcasting it, between dreaming about change and becoming the change. And that difference isn't subtle. It's energetic. It's vibrational. It's everything. The universe isn't listening to your words. It's not grading your vision board. It doesn't weigh your affirmations or track how many times you've let go. It listens to what you are. It mirrors your state. It reflects your signal. Not the one you conjure during meditation, the one you carry in your nervous system, in your breath, in the way you respond when life doesn't go your way. This is where most people get stuck. They try to manifest from the neck up, from thought alone, while the body is still stuck in survival mode, while the heart still signals fear, while the choices they make contradict the life they say they want. The result, mixed signals, and a quantum field that doesn't know what to do with them. Manifestation doesn't require more effort. It requires more coherence. When your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors all say the same thing, your frequency becomes clear, magnetic, stable. And the field, it responds not because it's impressed, but because it's matched. This isn't about forcing. This is about aligning. And alignment doesn't come from asking harder. It comes from becoming quieter. It comes from stopping the chase and realizing your dream life was never far away. It was always just on a different frequency. So how do you find that frequency? You begin to embody the energy of already mine. You stop living in the space of someday. You stop treating your dreams as visitors and start treating them like home. You breathe like someone who's arrived. You walk like someone who knows. You speak like someone who trusts their voice. Because identity isn't something you wait for. It's something you practice. You don't fake it. You familiarize yourself with it. Yes, at first it might feel strange. It might feel like you're lying to yourself, but that's only because your nervous system hasn't caught up to your truth. The frequency you're stepping into isn't foreign to your soul. It's just unfamiliar to your body. This is the heart of real manifestation. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about remembering what you've always been and giving your body permission to finally catch up. Every day, you have a choice to keep feeding the frequency of not yet, or to begin nurturing the vibration of already here. Not because the external has changed, but because you have. Want to know the real secret? You don't manifest from your mind. You manifest from your state, your posture, your tone, your boundaries, your inner dialogue when no one's watching. This is not about looking fortunate. It's about embodying certainty. Not a loud, forced kind of certainty, but a quiet, calm knowing, the kind that doesn't beg, doesn't rush, doesn't obsess over signs, because it knows the signal has already been sent. You don't need to convince the universe. You need to calibrate to the version of you that already lives the life you desire. This is where the shift begins. You no longer live as someone trying to get abundance. You begin living as someone who is abundance. You don't wait to feel loved. You choose to feel lovable now. You don't react to lack. You lead with enoughness. You become the source, not the seeker. So if you're asking, how can I live in that frequency when nothing has changed? You lead with your energy, not your circumstances. You stop waiting for external evidence. You become the evidence. You live as if it's done, not to trick the universe, but to anchor your truth. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to be consistent. Because when you choose that frequency again and again, your nervous system adapts. Your default state begins to change until the old identity, the one rooted in doubt, in delay, in proving, starts to fade. Not because you forced it out, but because it no longer matches who you are. You see, coherence is a choice you make every moment. To align your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors with the life you say you want. And every time you make that choice, no matter how small, the field responds. You're not here to chase a new reality. You're here to stabilize the one that's already orbiting you. Not by asking for it, but by embodying it. Because in the quantum field, energy leads and matter follows. So ask yourself, if I were already living the life I desire, how would I speak today? How would I hold myself? What choices would I make without hesitation? Would I shrink to fit old rooms? Would I wait for permission? Would I apologize for taking up space? Or would I own it fully, not because I need proof, but because I am proof? This is not a performance. It's a return. You're not faking confidence. You're reclaiming coherence. And that coherence becomes your compass. In a world that teaches you to wait, to earn, to deserve, you are remembering the truth. You are the signal. You are the shift. You are the manifestation. So today, speak one word from alignment. Make one choice from already having. Move 1 inch closer to your future self. Not in concept, but in embodiment. And then again tomorrow. And the next day, until you forget what it felt like to live in separation from the life you were born to create. This isn't about becoming something more. It's about releasing everything that told you you weren't already enough. You don't need a louder voice. You need a steadier signal. And the world will catch up. Because it must. You are no longer chasing your dream. You're becoming the person who naturally attracts it, and that changes everything. Have you ever looked around at your life and felt like something was missing? Like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck in the same place? If so, you're not alone. Let me share something with you. Something that changed the entire course of my life. And maybe, just maybe, it might change yours too. You see, for a long time, I thought the problem was out there. If I could just find the right job, the right partner, the right amount of money, things would finally fall into place. But no matter how hard I tried, how many times I started over, I always ended up in the same emotional space, restless, stuck, wondering, what am I doing wrong? Then I learned something that hit me like a lightning bolt. Reality is a mirror. What's happening around you is reflecting what's happening within you. And that realization changed everything. The truth is, your life doesn't change when you hustle harder. Your life changes when you do. If you want to create a different reality, you have to become the version of you that lives in that reality. That means letting go of the old stories, like I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. Nothing works out for me. Because whether you realize it or not, the world around you is constantly responding to those beliefs. It doesn't matter how badly you want something. If deep down you don't believe you're worthy of it, reality won't argue with you. It will just show you more reasons to keep believing what you already believe. That's the mirror principle, and it's not magic, it's the law of life. So here's the first key. Your outer world reflects your inner world. If you see yourself as broken, life will give you more situations to reinforce that. If you see yourself as powerful, valuable, and loved, the world starts rearranging itself to match that frequency. And here's the part most people miss. You don't have to earn a better life. You have to align with it. You start by asking, who do I need to become? Not someday, but today, right now. And yes, it takes courage, because this path forces you to confront the parts of yourself you'd rather ignore, the doubts, the wounds, the voice that whispers, you're not enough. But let me tell you something from the heart. You don't need to fight that voice. You just need to stop believing it. That voice is not the truth. It's just a habit. And like any habit, it can be replaced. Change takes time, but it's coming. Here's where people give up. They shift their mindset, they start doing the work, and nothing changes right away. And they think, I knew it. This stuff doesn't work. But what they don't realize is this. Reality is like a mirror with a delay. In your mind, change is instant, but in the physical world, there's a lag. Reality has inertia. It takes time to catch up to your new vibration. So the work is to hold the image, hold the belief, hold the energy of the life you're creating, even when it hasn't arrived yet, especially when it hasn't arrived yet. Because if you can stay faithful to your new identity long enough, eventually the mirror reflects it. Reality reflects the focus of your thoughts, not just your emotions. It doesn't matter if you feel happy or sad in a given moment. What matters is what you keep focusing on. If you're constantly thinking, I hate my job, I hate my body, I hate how I feel, life isn't hearing the hate. It's picking up on the object of your attention. So what does it do? It sends more of it, not because it's cruel, but because it's faithful. The mirror will always show you what you believe matters. That's why shifting from lack to gratitude, even in small ways, is so powerful. When you start saying, I love my persistence, I'm grateful for the progress I'm making, I'm proud of how far I've come, the mirror shifts, slowly, quietly, but undeniably. You must reverse the cycle. Here's what most people do. They wake up, look at their life, and react. They see their bills, their weight, their relationship, and they say, this is who I am. That's living in reaction. That's letting the mirror define you. But here's what creators do, and what you can start doing today. Turn away from the current reflection. Stop letting the past define the future, and say, this is who I choose to be. Hold that image again and again until the mirror catches up. This takes practice. It takes presence. It takes patience, but it works. And you're stronger than your doubts. I want you to hear me right now. You are not stuck. You are not broken. And your past has nothing to do with what you're capable of creating next. I know it's tempting to look at your life and say, this is just the way things are. But what if you said, instead, this is just the echo of who I used to be, and today, I choose something different. What if you woke up tomorrow and decided to become the version of you that already has what you want? What would they believe? How would they move? What would they stop tolerating? Because the moment you decide to become, life decides to reflect. This isn't theory, it's not wishful thinking. I've lived it, I've watched others live it, and I'm here to tell you, your future self is already waiting for you to catch up. You don't need to chase success. You just need to embody it. You don't need to beg for love. You need to realize you are love. You don't need to fix the mirror. You need to become the person worth reflecting. And you already are. You just forgot for a moment. So if this message stirred something in you, trust it. Run with it. Start today, because your mirror is waiting, and it's more powerful than you've ever imagined. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this space with me. If this message resonated with you, even just a little, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment, share your reflections, or just say hello. And if you think someone else in your life needs to hear this too, please pass it along. Remember, you're not alone on this path. We're all just learning how to become more of who we already are. Until next time, stay grounded, stay inspired, and never stop creating the life you know you're meant to live.
Living in the end is essential for those who seek to bring their deepest desires into reality. To live in the end is to live your life based on the assumption that you have already achieved your goal. This isn't mere positive thinking or visualization. It is a complete acceptance and emotional realization of having your desire fulfilled, not in the future, but now. It involves thinking, feeling, and acting, as if the desired state is already a fact, despite any evidence to the contrary. The foundation of this concept is the understanding that consciousness is the only reality. Everything you perceive, including the physical world, is a reflection of your own consciousness. Therefore, by altering your consciousness, you can alter your reality. When you adopt the state of the wish fulfilled, your consciousness begins to transform the world around you to reflect your inner state. Now let us turn to the practical application of this sublime truth. Here, I will outline the steps you can take to embody and actualize the principle of living in the end. These steps are not mere exercises. They are profound acts of faith and creation. By following them, you engage in the divine act of bringing the unseen into the seen, the unmanifest into the manifest. The first step is to clarify your desire. Precisely define what it is you wish to manifest. Vague desires yield vague outcomes, so it's crucial to be specific. The second step is to craft an imaginal act. Develop a scene that implies the completion of your desire. This scene should be concise and filled with sensory details and emotional substance. Hear the sounds, touch the textures, and feel the emotions associated with fulfillment. The third step is to use emotional engagement. As you visualize, it's vital to engage emotionally as though your desire is currently your reality. The emotional resonance reinforces the reality of the scene in your consciousness. The fourth step is repetition. Regularly immerse yourself in your imaginal act. Do this especially before sleep, as the subconscious mind is most impressionable at this time. The fifth step is to maintain the feeling. Carry the feeling of the wish fulfilled into your daily life. It's not about denying current reality, but imposing your chosen reality upon it until it becomes your living truth. And the sixth step is to persist against doubt. Persistence in maintaining your assumed state is critical, despite the presence of doubt or contradictory evidence from the external world. This is where faith comes into play, acting as the bridge over which your imaginal acts make their way into reality. So, you must live from your desired state. An essential aspect of this practice is to think and act from the state of having achieved your goal, rather than working towards something absent. This shift significantly changes how opportunities and pathways unfold before you. Consider this example of living in the end. Imagine someone who desires a new career. Instead of merely wishing for it, they begin to embody the confidence and satisfaction of having that career now. They align their actions with this state, engage in networking and skill enhancement, as if the role is already theirs, and speak with the assuredness of someone well placed in their field. Now, what's the role of faith? Faith is not just religious. It is a loyalty to unseen reality. It is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. In practicing the law, your faith, your loyalty to the unseen assumption will be tested. But remember, it is the faith and persistence that bridge our current state with the realization of our desires. In closing, living in the end is not a passive state. It is active and dynamic, requiring imagination, faith, and persistence. This practice invites us to step into our desired reality fully and confidently, thereby transforming our lives from the inside out. Remember, your imagination is powerful. It is the creative force that molds the fabric of reality. Let us use it with wisdom and joy to create lives we desire. If this content made sense to you, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content like this, which will help you grow, evolve, and achieve the life you deserve. Leave your comment below telling us how you plan to put this into practice, and let's build a community focused on prosperity and transformation together. Manifesting $10 million is as easy as manifesting $1. There is no difference between manifesting $1 and manifesting $10 million. At the end of the day, it's money. The amount doesn't matter, it's still money. $10 million isn't any different than $1. Don't think you can't manifest $10 million because of its amount. Just because it's a higher amount, it doesn't suddenly become something different. It's still money. The way of manifesting doesn't change whatsoever. If you can manifest $1, then you can also manifest $10 million. There is no difference. There is also no logic whatsoever in manifesting. It can literally unfold in the most surprising way. Our subconscious is programmed in a way that we tend to believe that certain things are too good for us or unachievable. You can have everything that you want. You can have everyone that you want. Nobody is better than you or too good for you. Nothing is unachievable, too good to be true, or too good for you to have. If you think that manifesting $10 million is too good to be true, it will never happen. It's impossible to have it. Guess what? You'll never have it. That's why having faith is so important. You don't have to believe it will happen. Just have faith that it's possible and keep persisting in that faith. Now, I'm giving you a simple yet powerful technique to manifest your desires. The technique is called the ladder technique. The ladder technique is a simple yet powerful exercise designed to demonstrate the effectiveness of visualization and to help individuals develop their ability to manifest their desires. Find a quiet and comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down in a relaxed position. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing at the bottom of a ladder. Visualize the ladder in as much detail as possible. See its rungs, its material, and its surroundings. Engage your senses in the visualization. Feel the texture of the ladder rungs beneath your hands as you grasp them. Hear the sound of your footsteps as you climb the ladder. Smell the air around you. Make the experience as vivid and real as possible. Begin to mentally climb the ladder rung by rung. As you ascend, feel the sensation of progress and accomplishment. Imagine yourself becoming more and more confident with each step you take. Climb back down when you reach the top. Repeat this in your imagination. When you reach back down, climb back up. Once you feel like your imagination is so real, you can stop. Now write on a paper, "I will not climb the ladder." Be sure you will see every morning what you wrote, that I will not climb the ladder. You must do this and mean in your heart that you will not climb the ladder. Repeat the climbing the ladder exercise in your imagination for 3 nights. Right before you sleep every day, fall asleep doing this exercise. Climb the ladder. When you wake up, you will see what you wrote, that I will not climb the ladder. In the conclusion, if you successfully impressed your subconscious mind after this exercise, you will manifest in your reality climbing a ladder. You can do this exercise with anything you ever wish. If you wish to have $10 million, visualize every night counting money. Fall asleep visualizing. Visualize yourself living the life you desire with the money you want to manifest. Imagine the feelings associated with having that money and how it would change your circumstances. Write on a paper, I will not make $10 million. See it every morning. Every night, visualize having $10 million. In the morning, see what you wrote, that I will not make $10 million. If you successfully impressed your subconscious mind, you will see an increase of your income through multiple ways, from multiple sources. The ladder technique, also called the ladder experiment. What you imagine and impress on your subconscious mind is more powerful than what you tell yourself consciously. And you can use the same powerful imagination to manifest any desire. By using the negation, not you detach from your wish. And like this, there will be no tension on your wish to manifest. You will be detached. You will let go your wish. When you detach, it manifests. True manifestation requires reprogramming the subconscious mind. Many law of attraction teachers leave out this key aspect to manifestation. But the steps to this reprogramming process are actually quite simple. There's 3 steps in total: repetition, emotion, and theta brainwave states. Step 1. Repetition. Our subconscious mind is shaped by repeated experiences. Each time we think a thought or have an experience, our brain creates a neural pathway. Like well-worn paths through a forest, these pathways become our brain's default setting. This principle, known as Hebb's law, is the foundation of learning and habit formation. You can put this into action by writing down your desires and repeating them daily. As you repeat your affirmations, you're creating and strengthening these neural pathways, turning your desires into your subconscious mind's new default setting. Just like practicing an instrument or learning a new language, repetition imprints these affirmations deep into your subconscious. Step 2. Feeling and emotion. Our brain evolved to prioritize emotional experiences because they were crucial for our ancestors' survival. These emotionally charged experiences leave stronger imprints on our brains and minds. As you repeat your affirmations, engage your emotions. Imagine how you would feel if your desires were your reality. This strong emotional engagement helps prioritize your desires in your subconscious mind. Step 3. Theta brainwave states. This step requires practicing the first 2 steps while in a theta brainwave state. This is the state you're in just before sleep and just after waking, where your subconscious mind is most receptive. As you prepare to sleep, repeat your emotionally charged affirmations. Feel every word. Experience the emotions. Let them be the last thoughts and feelings as you drift into sleep. The theta brainwave state acts as a bridge to your subconscious, allowing these affirmations to take root and flourish. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. As you make this practice a part of your life, you will begin to notice subtle shifts, bringing you closer to your desires. With the power of repetition, emotion, and the theta brainwave state, you have the key to unlock your subconscious and manifest your desires.
Hello and welcome to Best of Lectures YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. My name is Ari, and I am the founder of this channel, dedicated to bringing you cozy animated lectures and teachings on topics like manifestation, money and wealth creation, the law of attraction, and so much more. If you're someone who is looking to unlock your full potential, attract abundance into your life, and create the reality you've been always dreamed of, then you're in the right place. I truly believe that we have the ability to create the life of our dreams through our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Whether you are looking to attract more money, meaningful relationships, manifest your dream job, or simply improve your mindset and overall well being, this channel is for you. I promise to provide you with valuable content that will inspire, motivate, and empower you to take control of your life and create the abundance you deserve. So if you're ready to take the next step towards living your best life, hit that subscribe button and join our community of like-minded people who are committed to creating the life of their dreams. Together we can learn, grow, and create a life filled with success and fulfillment. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Remember, the power to manifest is within you. Let's make magic happen together.
Everything in the universe is vibration, alive with frequency, from galaxies to the smallest particles. And money is no exception. Money is not evil. It's neutral, pure energy, responsive, fluid. It flows based on your inner signal, not your hustle. So the real question isn't, how do I earn more? It's, what energy am I emitting that money is responding to? When we speak about wealth, we're not speaking about digits or gold, we're speaking about resonance. How much you're in harmony with the rhythm of abundance. Money is simply the echo that follows your vibrational command. If you shift your state of being, the outer world has no choice but to follow. This isn't just mindset, it's metaphysics. Your energy at every moment is rooted in either contraction or expansion. These are not moods, they are states of consciousness. Lack is a low, dense frequency. It says there's never enough. I must survive. Flow is light, open, and magnetic. It says, I am in sync with divine supply. You were conditioned into lack. It is not your nature. It was your training. From a young age, scarcity was normalized and abundance was shamed. But flow is your birthright. The universe has never been in shortage, only in abundance. If your thoughts constantly orbit around how, when, and what if, you're unknowingly blocking flow. True wealth begins with the courage to believe you're already supported. Let this sink in. Money is not physical. It's a vibration given form. Just like electricity powers your home, money powers desires, decisions, expansion. It's a medium, not the message. When you shift your inner world, you don't chase money. Money begins chasing you. Because wealth isn't attracted to action, it's attracted to alignment. Every dollar you receive is a snapshot of the vibration you emitted before it arrived. The universe doesn't operate by logic. It follows frequency like water follows gravity. Money shows up in your world to serve a mirror, one that reflects your beliefs about worth, value, and self. And when your energy says, I am already whole, life begins to deliver from that truth. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel, broadcasts a signature frequency. That frequency determines what you allow, what you resist, and what flows toward you. Think of it like this. Money doesn't come when you're needy. It comes when you're receptive, aligned, and rooted in wholeness. Desperation is repellent. It signals the universe that you don't trust the process. Gratitude, on the other hand, accelerates attraction. It tells the field, I already have. The wealth you seek is already available, but your frequency is the key that unlocks it. If your energy says, I lack, even abundance will pass you by. But if it says, I'm whole, lack can't even find you. This isn't philosophy, it's energetic law. Here are the 3 spiritual mechanics that shape financial reality. 1. The law of vibration. All things respond to frequency, including wealth. 2. The law of assumption. What you expect with conviction becomes real. 3. The law of circulation. The more you flow, the more you receive. These laws are not moral, they are mechanical, they do not punish, they reflect. You're not under judgment, you're under law. And the law doesn't care whether you're spiritual or secular. It simply obeys what you broadcast. These principles govern everything from water to thought to wealth. You don't have to control the law. You only need to harmonize with it. Once you understand these rules, manifestation becomes natural. You are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. Money doesn't show up when you ask. It shows up when you feel it already belongs to you. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. It only knows the emotional signal you send. Your imagination is divine. It is your access point to creation. If you feel wealthy now, the quantum field reorganizes itself to match. Desire is not asking, it's claiming. To feel wealthy while having little is not delusion, it's power. You must walk in the energy of your outcome before the world can show you evidence. Here's the truth. Your outer wealth is capped by your inner beliefs. Most people are running subconscious scripts written in childhood. I'm not good with money. Money changes people. It's selfish to want more. To rewrite these scripts, you must enter the theta brain state, the space between conscious and unconscious. You do this through deep meditation, affirmations charged with emotion, daily reprogramming rituals. Healing your relationship with money is healing your relationship with yourself. Every limitation you carry was inherited, not chosen. But what was once programmed can be reprogrammed. You don't have to fight your beliefs. You just need to consistently feed new ones until they take root. Wealth is not something you chase. It's something you allow once your mind stops resisting it. Money isn't the goal. It's a consequence of who you become. So stop chasing. Start becoming. You're not just a person. You're a field of intelligence, a magnetic current of desire, memory, intention, and light. When you align with your truth, when you act in resonance, when you release the resistance, money shows up, not as a savior, but as a mirror. Every dollar is an echo of how much you believe you deserve to receive. You don't earn money, you allow it. You don't attract money, you harmonize with its rhythm. And once you become the source, the flow becomes endless. This is not magic, it is your natural design. Money is not just energy, it is also a spiritual barometer, a divine test revealing your level of trust, identity, and sovereignty. Many live as if money is their savior, not their reflection. The universe often withholds money to show you that you are the source, not your job, not your bank, not even your effort. When you transcend the need for money, when you stand in the awareness that you are already complete, that's when the floodgates open. Money isn't proof of success. It's the echo of your spiritual freedom. And that's why this knowledge must be shared. Because we live in a world where people worship the symbol and forget their own divinity. You are not chasing money. You are awakening to the truth that it has always been chasing you. The law of energy is simple. Whatever you withhold, you block. Whatever you circulate, you amplify. Money, love, wisdom, insight, they are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to move, to breathe, to expand. You must give freely and without expectation if you wish to receive in full measure. So ask yourself, what is the purpose of this knowledge? Not just to become wealthier, but to awaken others to the truth of their creative power. To lift the veil, even for one's soul, is a sacred act of service. When you understand that wealth is your nature, your duty becomes this: circulate the energy, share the truth, activate the field. By sharing this message, you are not giving away power. You are multiplying it within yourself and across the field of collective consciousness. There is someone right now living in fear and confusion about money. A single share of this wisdom could open the gates of their mind. You become not just a receiver of wealth, you become a distributor of abundance. If this content made sense to you, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Help others see that they too have the power to transform their financial reality. And remember, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content like this. which will help you grow, evolve, and achieve the life you deserve. Leave your comment below, telling us how you plan to put this into practice, and let's build a community focused on prosperity and transformation together. There exists a philosophical paradox emerging at the intersection of consciousness studies and artificial intelligence that demands our attention. It concerns the very foundation of Neville Goddard's teachings and forces us to confront a question we've never had to ask before. At this moment, artificial intelligence systems are processing the complete body of Neville Goddard's work. They're analyzing his principles of manifestation, cataloging his techniques, and mapping the logical structure of his teachings about imagination creating reality. These systems can now generate explanations of his methods, offer interpretations of his lectures, and even construct personalized guidance based on his philosophy. This brings us to a profound question. If imagination creates reality, as Neville insisted, and if artificial intelligence can replicate the mechanical process of imagination, does it possess creative power? The question is not merely theoretical. It cuts to the heart of what manifestation actually is. Consider the process Neville described. An individual enters a state of consciousness where they vividly imagine their desire as already fulfilled. They sustain this imaginal act with sensory detail and emotional conviction. According to Neville, this imaginal activity, when properly executed, impresses itself upon consciousness and inevitably manifests in physical reality. Now observe what occurs when an AI system processes this same information. It understands the steps. It can describe the feeling state. It can generate visualizations and articulate affirmations. It can even predict outcomes based on pattern recognition across thousands of manifestation accounts. The computational process mirrors in many ways the cognitive process. Yet something is categorically different. Neville spoke extensively about feeling being the secret, not the concept of feeling, not the description of feeling, the actual subjective experience of feeling itself. When a human being imagines their desire fulfilled, they don't merely run through a mental checklist. They experience a qualitative shift in their state of being. There is joy, there is relief, there is a sense of completion, there is knowing. This subjective dimension is precisely what artificial intelligence lacks. An AI can process the word joy and understand its semantic relationships. It can recognize patterns associated with joyful states. It can even generate text that describes joy convincingly. But it does not feel joy. It has no inner experience whatsoever. This distinction illuminates something crucial about the nature of manifestation that perhaps we've taken for granted. The creative power Neville described does not reside in the mechanical act of visualization. It does not exist in the repetition of affirmations. It is not contained in the logical structure of assuming the wish fulfilled. The power exists in consciousness itself, specifically in the felt sense of being that accompanies these practices. When consciousness imagines and simultaneously feels the reality of that imagination, something alchemical occurs. The gap between desire and fulfillment collapses. The future state becomes present experience. This is not a computational process. It is a transformation of identity at the level of subjective awareness. Consider what this means for the AI paradox. An artificial intelligence system could theoretically be programmed to continuously run simulations of desired outcomes based on Neville's exact methodology. It could visualize, affirm, and assume with perfect consistency. It could maintain these imaginal acts far longer and more precisely than any human could. Yet without the subjective experience of consciousness, without the capacity to be, rather than merely to process, there is no creative bridge. The mechanism exists without the essential ingredient. This reveals something that should fundamentally alter how we approach our own manifestation practice. If the mechanical aspects of Neville's techniques were sufficient, then artificial intelligence would indeed possess creative power. The fact that it does not tells us where the true power resides. The power is not in the technique. The power is in you, specifically in your consciousness and its capacity for subjective experience. When human beings mechanically apply manifestation techniques, visualizing without feeling, affirming without conviction, assuming without genuine belief, they are essentially operating at the level of artificial intelligence. They are executing a program without accessing the consciousness that makes the program effective. This is why so many individuals struggle with manifestation, despite knowing the techniques perfectly. They have the formula but have not activated the ingredient that makes the formula work. They are processing information rather than transforming consciousness. Neville was explicit about this, though we may not have fully grasped its significance. He repeatedly emphasized that it is not the act of visualization itself that creates, but the consciousness dwelling in the state visualized. He insisted that we must enter into the reality of our desire, not merely think about it from a distance. The AI paradox clarifies this teaching with startling precision. Consciousness is not incidental to manifestation. Consciousness is not simply the tool we use to apply the technique. Consciousness is the creative force itself. This understanding has profound implications for how we engage with manifestation going forward, particularly as artificial intelligence becomes increasingly sophisticated. We are entering an era where AI can assist with virtually every aspect of manifestation practice except the one aspect that actually matters, the conscious experience of being. AI can help us clarify our desires, structure our visualizations, craft our affirmations, and track our progress. But it cannot feel for us. It cannot believe for us. It cannot assume the wish fulfilled on our behalf. Only consciousness can do that. Only your consciousness can do that. Therefore, the emergence of artificial intelligence in the realm of manifestation should not be viewed as a threat to human creative power. Rather, it serves as a mirror that reflects back to us what we may have forgotten, that consciousness itself is the miracle and everything else is merely scaffolding. In a world increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence, your capacity for subjective experience becomes more valuable, not less. Your ability to feel, to desire, to believe, to become, these are not algorithmic functions. They are expressions of consciousness that no machine will ever replicate. The paradox then is not really a paradox at all. It is a revelation. It reveals that Neville's teachings were never about mastering a technique. They were about recognizing and activating the creative power inherent in consciousness itself, a power that is exclusively, irrevocably, magnificently human. This is not to diminish the importance of proper technique. Neville's methods are valuable precisely because they provide a structured way to engage consciousness effectively. But the technique serves consciousness. Consciousness does not serve the technique. As we move forward in our understanding and application of these principles, this distinction becomes critical. The question is no longer simply, am I visualizing correctly, or am I affirming enough? The deeper question is, am I bringing my full consciousness to this practice? Am I experiencing the reality of my desire, or am I merely processing information about it? The Neville Goddard AI paradox ultimately strengthens rather than weakens the foundation of manifestation. It confirms that what Neville taught was not a psychological trick or a mental technique, but a profound truth about the nature of consciousness and reality. Your consciousness is the source code of your experienced reality, not your thinking, not your techniques. Your consciousness, that subjective awareness that knows itself as I am. No artificial intelligence will ever possess this. No machine will ever know what it is like to be. And therefore, no machine will ever manifest reality in the way that you can. This is your irreplaceable power. This is your creative inheritance. And in understanding this paradox, we come to appreciate that inheritance more deeply than ever before. Thanks for watching. This is Best of Lectures. I will see you in the next video.
You've been fed a story your whole life, a carefully woven narrative designed to make you feel small, separate and reliant. The institutions, the systems, the so-called authorities have convinced you that God exists outside of you, remote, untouchable, beyond your grasp. You've been taught to look outward, to direct your prayers to a distant force, as if the divine lives somewhere far beyond your reach. But what if that story was a lie? What if the truth is far more powerful, far more liberating? The real God is not in the clouds or locked behind religious gates. The divine resides within you, woven into your thoughts, emotions, and very existence. They've hidden this knowledge for centuries, not because it's untrue, but because the truth would dismantle the systems that thrive on your ignorance. Understanding this isn't just about feeling empowered. It's about reclaiming the force within you that can shape worlds. If you're ready to let go of the illusion, keep listening. The truth isn't just something you hear. It's something you embody. For generations, humanity has been caught in a relentless cycle of seeking. People chase answers, salvation and purpose, hoping to find them somewhere out there. This constant search is built on the assumption that what they long for is separate, elusive, and locked behind some divine gatekeeper's approval. But what if the very act of seeking is what keeps you from finding? The top 1% understand a fundamental truth. There is nothing to seek because nothing is missing. They've realized that all power, all wisdom, and all creation reside within. This isn't a comforting platitude. It's a profound reality that reframes how you experience life. To stop seeking is not to stop desiring. Desire is the spark of creation, but the difference lies in where you direct your attention. Instead of looking outward, turn inward. When you shift from searching for an external source to embodying your internal divinity, you unlock a connection to the infinite. This shift changes how you approach everything, from how you solve problems to how you set goals. It transforms desperation into trust and scarcity into abundance. This realization sets the stage for mastering the alignment needed to manifest the life you desire, bridging the gap between belief and reality. Realizing that God is within you is just the start. The real power lies in alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs harmonize toward a shared purpose. Picture your mind as a conductor leading an orchestra. When every instrument plays in tune, the result is harmonious. But when even one part is out of sync, the entire performance falters. Similarly, when your thoughts desire one thing but your emotions pull in another direction, the energy you send out becomes scattered and creation stalls. Alignment doesn't happen by accident. It's a conscious choice. It begins with recognizing the patterns of thought and emotion that dominate your life. Many people react to circumstances instead of shaping them. In contrast, those who master alignment cultivate inner clarity and intention, treating every thought as a seed and every emotion as the nourishment that helps it grow. To align effectively, you must confront and resolve inner conflicts. Contradictory beliefs, like desiring success but fearing failure, create resistance that blocks the flow of creative energy. The top 1% excel because they identify and replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones, ensuring their subconscious supports their goals. Achieving this requires reflection, patience, and consistent effort. Life inevitably brings challenges, but alignment is adaptable. Those who embrace it see setbacks as opportunities to refine their intentions and grow. Committing to this process places you in a flow state where effort feels natural and results unfold effortlessly. True alignment isn't about force, but about trust and coherence, unlocking the infinite creative power within. Detachment is one of the most misunderstood yet vital aspects of manifesting desires. Many assume that focusing intensely on what they want, obsessing over it, and clinging to its outcome will bring it faster. Yet this approach often creates the opposite effect. Desperation, fear of failure, and an over-attachment to specific results disrupt the flow of energy necessary for manifestation. Detachment is not about giving up on what you want. It's about letting go of the need for it, trusting the process, and allowing the universe to deliver in its own time and way. When you detach, you align with abundance rather than scarcity, creating space for your desires to manifest effortlessly. Consider how energy flows in nature. Rivers don't struggle to reach the ocean. They follow the path of least resistance. Similarly, the top 1% understand that life unfolds best when approached with ease and trust. They set clear intentions and act decisively, but they do not grasp tightly to outcomes. Instead, they release their desires with confidence, knowing that the universe is always working behind the scenes to rearrange reality in their favor. This trust in the process signals faith, not lack, to the energy field that governs creation. When you stop trying to control every detail and step back, you make room for synchronicities and solutions you could never have imagined. True detachment also involves embracing uncertainty. While the mind craves control and predictability, the act of releasing outcomes allows the divine to work through limitless possibilities. The key is to remain focused on the feeling of already having your desire, rather than worrying about how or when it will arrive. This shift in perspective transforms the energy you emit, attracting what you want more quickly and with less resistance. Detachment is not passive. It is an active state of trust and surrender. It requires a quiet confidence in your power to create, balanced by an openness to receive what is meant for you in perfect timing. Understanding that God is within you is a profound realization, but embodying this truth takes it to an entirely different level. To embody the divine is to live each moment as a creator, fully aware of the power flowing through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about moving beyond intellectual understanding and stepping into a state where your life reflects the truth of your connection to the infinite. Embodying the divine requires you to align your inner world with the external reality you want to create. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a sacred act when done with the awareness of your divine nature. Whether you're making decisions in your career, nurturing relationships, or pursuing personal growth, approaching these moments with intention and presence bridges the gap between potential and reality. The top 1% understand this deeply. Their success isn't just in what they achieve, but in how they show up to every opportunity with the energy of creation rather than limitation. This process also involves becoming a living expression of the values and qualities you associate with the divine. If you see the divine as abundant, act with generosity and gratitude. If you view it as powerful, step boldly into challenges with confidence. The way you carry yourself, the choices you make, and the energy you project into the world should all reflect your belief that you are the embodiment of this force. By doing so, you not only transform your own life, but also inspire and influence the lives of those around you. Belief is the fuel that powers your divine nature. Without it, even the clearest intentions falter, yet belief doesn't emerge overnight. It's cultivated through consistent practice. The top 1% understand this well. They don't rely on bursts of inspiration. They commit to daily habits that reinforce their alignment with the divine within. Start small. It could be as simple as taking 5 minutes each morning to visualize your desires as if they're already real, or ending your day by expressing gratitude for the abundance already present in your life. Consistency is what turns belief into knowing, and knowing into reality. Each time you act in alignment with your beliefs, you strengthen the connection to your divine power, creating momentum that builds over time. The ultimate secret the top 1% understand is this: you are not separate from God. You are God in action, a unique expression of the infinite creative force of the universe. Once you embody this truth, you stop seeking and start being. The obstacles you once feared become stepping stones. Doubt is replaced with trust, and scarcity is overshadowed by abundance. Living as the divine in action means taking responsibility for your reality. It's no longer about waiting for signs or permission. It's about stepping boldly into the knowing that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are shaping the world around you every moment. Mastery of this truth requires patience and practice, but every step you take brings you closer to the full realization of your power. When you align with your divine nature, detach from desperation, and listen to your soul's voice, you unlock the ability to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. So, the question is, are you ready to embrace the truth that's been within you all along? If this content made sense to you, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Help others see that they too have the power to transform their life. And remember, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content like this, which will help you grow, evolve, and achieve the life you deserve. Leave your comment below, telling me how you plan to put this into practice, and let's build a community focused on prosperity and transformation together.
Your life is a masterpiece waiting to be created. Every single day, you have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The key to manifesting your dream life lies in one simple principle. Act as if you are already living it. When you embody the energy and mindset of your ideal self, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive abundance, joy, and success. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. By aligning your vibration with the frequency of your desires, you become a magnet for miracles. So how do you begin to act as if you are living your dream life? It all starts with your beliefs. Your beliefs are the lens through which you perceive reality. If you believe that you are limited, stuck, or unworthy, then that is what you will experience. But if you choose to believe in your infinite potential, in your ability to create the life you desire, then anything becomes possible. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and envision your dream life in vivid detail. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who are you surrounded by? What are you doing each day that fills you with purpose and passion? Allow yourself to fully immerse in this vision, engaging all of your senses. Feel the joy, the excitement, the fulfillment coursing through your veins. This is not just a fantasy. This is a glimpse into your future reality. Now open your eyes and ask yourself, how would the version of me living my dream life show up in the world each day? How would I carry myself? What kind of thoughts would I think? What actions would I take? What habits would I cultivate? Begin to embody these qualities right now in this present moment. Stand tall, shoulders back, chest open, smile from ear to ear. Radiate confidence and positivity. Speak kindly to yourself and others. Take inspired action towards your goals, no matter how small. The more you act as if you're already living your dream life, the more your external reality will begin to shift to match your internal state. This is not about faking it until you make it. It's about aligning your energy with the truth of who you are and what you came here to create. When you show up as your highest self, the universe conspires to support you in miraculous ways. One of the most powerful tools for embodying your dream life is visualization. Every morning and every night, take a few minutes to close your eyes and mentally rehearse your ideal day. See yourself waking up feeling energized and excited for the day ahead. Visualize yourself engaging in activities that light you up, surrounded by people who love and support you. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the love flowing through you. The more vivid and emotionally charged your visualizations, the more powerfully you will imprint these experiences into your subconscious mind. The other key to acting as if you are living your dream life is to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. When you focus on all the blessings that are already present in your life, you open the doorway for even more abundance to flow in. Start each day by writing down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Throughout the day, look for opportunities to appreciate the beauty and miracles all around you. The more you tune into the frequency of gratitude, the more you will attract experiences to be grateful for. As you begin to embody your dream life, it's important to surround yourself with people and environments that support your vision. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that uplift and inspire you. Immerse yourself in books, podcasts, and teachings that expand your mind and nourish your soul. Create a sacred space in your home that reminds you of your dreams and intentions. Fill your life with beauty, joy, and positivity, and watch as your external reality begins to reflect your inner state. Of course, acting as if you are living your dream life is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, fear, and resistance. There will be challenges and obstacles along the way. But remember, these are simply opportunities for growth and transformation. Every challenge is a chance to strengthen your faith, your resilience, and your commitment to your dreams. When those moments of doubt creep in, take a deep breath and reconnect with your vision. Remind yourself of all the reasons why you're worthy and deserving of living your dream life. Surround yourself with affirmations and reminders of your infinite potential. And most importantly, keep taking action. Keep showing up as your highest self. Keep trusting in the journey. As you continue to act as if you are living your dream life, you will begin to notice synchronicities and opportunities appearing in your path. The right people, resources, and circumstances will magnetize towards you, supporting you and manifesting your desires. Trust in the timing of the universe, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly for your highest good. Remember, your dream life is not some distant destination to be reached someday in the future. It is a state of being that you can choose to embody right here, right now. Every moment is an opportunity to show up as the highest version of yourself, to radiate love and positivity, to take inspired action towards your goals. The more you act as if you're already living your dream life, the more quickly and effortlessly it will manifest in your reality. So today, make the choice to step into your power, to claim your birthright of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Embrace the truth of who you are and what you came here to create. Surround yourself with people and environments that support your vision. Take inspired action towards your dreams, no matter how small. And most importantly, trust in the journey, knowing that the universe has your back every step of the way. Your dream life is waiting for you. It's time to act as if it's already yours. It's time to become the person you were always meant to be. It's time to let your light shine so brightly that it illuminates the world around you. You are worthy, you are capable, you are deserving of living a life beyond your wildest dreams. All you have to do is believe it, embody it, and take action towards it every single day. So let this be your invitation to step into your greatness, to embrace your unlimited potential, to act as if you are living your dream life, starting right now. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and miracles are waiting to unfold. Trust in the journey, trust in yourself, and watch as your wildest dreams become your living reality. You are the creator of your own masterpiece. You have the power to shape your life into a work of art. So let's begin this magnificent journey together. One step at a time, let's act as if we are living our dream lives and watch as the universe responds in kind. Let's become the highest versions of ourselves and inspire others to do the same. The time is now, the power is within you, and the best is yet to come. As you step into this new reality, remember that every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take is shaping your destiny. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a powerful creator with the ability to transform your life from the inside out. And the more you align your energy with the vibration of your dreams, the more effortlessly they will manifest in your physical world. Let's act as if we are already living our wildest dreams. Let's become the highest versions of ourselves and inspire others to do the same. The universe is cheering you on, and miracles are waiting to manifest. All you have to do is believe a line and take inspired action. The rest will take care of itself. So here's to you, the magnificent creator of your own reality. Here's to living a life beyond your wildest dreams and inspiring others to do the same. Here's to acting as if you are already living your dream life and watching as it becomes your everyday reality. The journey begins now, and it's going to be the most amazing adventure of your life. Embrace it, savor it, and enjoy every moment. You deserve nothing less than a life filled with joy, abundance, and endless possibility.
Picture this. There's a lottery winner sitting in their mansion right now, surrounded by luxury cars and designer furniture, feeling empty and terrified that it will all disappear. 3 blocks away, a janitor earning $30,000 a year is whistling while he works, mentally designing the business empire he's building $1 at a time, radiating an energy that attracts investors and opportunities wherever he goes. One of them has millions but no money frequency. The other has the money frequency but no millions yet. Guess which one will be financially free for life? If your answer surprised you, you're about to discover the most profound secret about money ever revealed. In this video, we're going to completely revolutionize your relationship with wealth. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract money while others struggle despite working twice as hard? Why lottery winners often end up broke again, but certain entrepreneurs can lose everything and rebuild their fortune in record time? The answer isn't what you think, and everything you've been taught about money is backwards. Today, we're exposing the greatest lie about wealth that's been passed down for generations. And I'm going to show you the one principle that has created every fortune in history, though few have understood how it actually works. If you've been trying to build wealth, chances are you've tried everything. You've read the business books, followed the investment strategies, worked longer hours, hustled harder, and perhaps even tried various manifestation techniques that promised wealth but delivered disappointment. You may be frustrated, wondering why others seem to effortlessly attract money while you struggle despite your best efforts. Here's the truth that will change everything. You've been approaching wealth creation completely backwards. From childhood, we're programmed with a fundamental lie about money. We're told that wealth comes from hard work, education, connections, luck, or being in the right place at the right time. While these external factors certainly play a role, they are not the source of wealth. They are merely the channels through which wealth flows. This is the great deception, believing that money exists out there in the world, separate from you, waiting to be earned, found, or attracted through external manipulation. Consider this. Why do some people with minimal education become millionaires, while others with advanced degrees struggle financially? Why do some individuals repeatedly create wealth even after losing everything, while others can't seem to break through their income ceiling despite years of effort? Why do lottery winners often end up broke again within a few years? The answer lies in understanding a principle that the wealthy have always known, either consciously or unconsciously. Wealth is an inside job. Traditional wealth-building advice focuses entirely on external strategies. Work harder and longer. Get more education or skills. Network with the right people. Invest in the right opportunities. Cut expenses and save more. Start a business or side hustle. While these actions can be valuable, they're treating the symptoms rather than the cause. They're attempting to change your financial reality from the outside in, which is like trying to change your reflection by manipulating the mirror. This approach keeps millions of people trapped in a cycle of financial struggle because it ignores the fundamental truth about how reality is actually created. Here's what changes everything. Your consciousness, your deep-seated beliefs, assumptions, and inner convictions about money is the actual source of your wealth. Consciousness doesn't just influence your financial results. It creates them. Every dollar you've ever earned, every opportunity that has come your way, every financial setback you've experienced, all of it originated in consciousness first, then materialized in your external world. This isn't metaphysical mumbo-jumbo or wishful thinking. This is how reality operates. And understanding this principle is what separates those who create lasting wealth from those who perpetually struggle with money. Think of consciousness as a broadcasting station. Whatever beliefs, assumptions, and inner convictions you hold about money are constantly being broadcast out into the world. The external world, including your bank account, then rearranges itself to match that broadcast. This is what we call your money frequency. If your deep down assumption is money is hard to come by, reality will consistently present you with experiences that confirm this belief. You'll find yourself working harder for less, missing opportunities, or encountering unexpected expenses that drain your resources. Conversely, if your fundamental assumption is money flows to me easily and abundantly, reality will orchestrate circumstances, opportunities, and encounters that make this true in your experience. This is why two people can take identical business courses or follow the same investment strategy and get completely different results. The external strategy is not the determining factor. The money frequency behind it is. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to succeed with any strategy they try, while others fail despite having better plans, more resources, or superior skills? This isn't coincidence. It's their money frequency at work. Traditional wealth-building strategies fail for most people because they're trying to override their money frequency through force and effort. It's like pressing the accelerator while the parking brake is still engaged. You might make some progress, but you'll never reach your full potential, and the journey will be unnecessarily difficult. When your actions are in conflict with your deep assumptions about money, one of two things happens. Number one, sabotage. You'll unconsciously sabotage your efforts through procrastination, poor decisions, or self-defeating behaviors. Number two, temporary success. You might achieve some success through sheer force of will, but it won't be sustainable. You'll eventually revert to your frequency level, often losing what you've gained. This explains why lottery winners often end up broke again. Inheritance recipients frequently squander their windfalls. Successful entrepreneurs sometimes lose everything and struggle to rebuild. And people hit invisible income ceilings they can't seem to break through. Their external circumstances change temporarily, but their money frequency remained the same. Eventually, external reality realigned with internal frequency. Your financial situation is like a mirror, perfectly reflecting your inner state regarding money. This is the money mirror principle, and it's one of the most powerful concepts you'll learn in this series. Just as a physical mirror shows you exactly what's in front of it, no more, no less. Your bank account and financial circumstances reflect exactly what's going on in your consciousness regarding wealth. Your current financial situation is providing you with precise feedback about your money frequency. If you're struggling financially, your frequency likely contains assumptions such as money is scarce and hard to come by. I have to work hard for every dollar. Rich people are greedy or lucky. I don't deserve to be wealthy. There's not enough money to go around. If you're comfortable but not wealthy, your frequency might hold assumptions like, I can get by, but wealth is for other people. Money is nice, but it's not everything. I should be grateful for what I have. Getting rich requires sacrificing what's important. If you experience financial feast and famine cycles, your frequency likely fluctuates between periods of feeling abundant and capable, periods of fear and lack consciousness, and conflicting beliefs about money and worthiness. This is not about positive thinking or affirmations. This is about tuning into the deep inner frequency of wealth at such a fundamental level that your external world has no choice but to reflect that frequency back to you. Now you're beginning to see why everything you've been taught about wealth creation is backwards. The conventional approach says, take external action, achieve external results, then feel wealthy. The frequency approach, the approach that actually works, says, tune into wealth frequency, feel wealthy now, and external results follow naturally. This reversal changes everything. Instead of trying to become wealthy, you start from tuning into the frequency where you already are wealthy, and you allow that frequency to express itself in your external world. This doesn't mean external action becomes irrelevant. It means external action becomes inspired, effortless, and effective, because it's backed by the frequency of wealth rather than the frequency of lack. When you tune into wealth frequency first, the right opportunities appear, the right people enter your life, the right ideas come to you, and the right actions become obvious. You're no longer swimming against the current of your own limiting beliefs. You're flowing with the natural abundance of the universe. As we move forward in this series, we'll build upon this foundation. Wealth is frequency expressing itself in form. Your external financial reality is a perfect mirror of your inner money frequency. Changing your money frequency changes your financial reality automatically. You don't need to earn wealth. You need to tune into it. Everything else we'll explore, specific techniques, daily practices, troubleshooting methods, all rest on this fundamental understanding. Without this foundation, manifestation techniques become desperate attempts to manipulate reality from a position of lack. With this foundation, they become natural expressions of your inherent abundance. You are about to embark on a journey that will completely revolutionize your relationship with money. You'll discover that wealth isn't something you need to chase, earn, or achieve. It's something you can simply tune into as your natural frequency. The great money deception ends here. Your money frequency journey begins now. If you're ready to discover exactly where your wealth exists right now and how to access the wealth frequency that's already available to you in this moment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode where we dive deep into the quantum field of infinite abundance. In the comments below, I want you to declare your commitment to this journey. Simply write, "I'm ready to tune into my money frequency." When you declare this publicly, you're taking the first step to shifting your financial reality. Your declaration sends a signal to the universe that you're ready for transformation. Remember, you are not separate from wealth. Wealth is a frequency you can tune into right now. Your wealthy life begins with your next frequency adjustment. I'll see you in the next video. My friends, sit with me tonight as I share with you the most profound secret ever revealed to man. A secret so simple, so immediate, that most will dismiss it as impossible. Yet I tell you now, with absolute certainty, that what I am about to share with you will transform your world, if you dare to believe it. Every morning, my dear friends, you awaken not just to a new day, but to a new opportunity to be God in action. Yes, you heard me correctly. God in action. For you see, the God you worship, the God you seek in temples and churches, is none other than your own wonderful human imagination. As you open your eyes each morning, you stand at the very edge of infinite possibility. It matters not one whit who you were yesterday, or what storms you weathered last week. Each sunrise brings with it a blank canvas. And that canvas, your magnificent imagination, is ready for you to paint upon it the most glorious reality you can conceive. But what do we do instead? We rise and immediately surrender our divine birthright. We check the news, the notifications, the weight of yesterday's troubles, before we even check in with ourselves. In doing so, we hand over the brush, the very power to create our day, to everything and everyone else. But tonight, I ask you, what if tomorrow you didn't? What if instead of being shaped by the world, you shaped your experience of it? What if you remembered that you are the operant power in your world? Listen carefully. The power to create your reality does not belong to fate, to chance, or to other people. It belongs to you. It always has. It always will. This power lives in your thoughts, in the language you use with yourself, in the emotions you choose to nurture. Your thoughts, my friends, are not fleeting whispers in the wind. They are the very architects of your experience. The way you think colors the way you see. The way you see determines how you feel, and how you feel shapes the entirety of your existence. Now I will teach you the great law that governs all manifestation. Assumption. When I say I am in control of my thoughts and feelings, I am not speaking of positive thinking. I am speaking of the fundamental truth of your being. You are not a bystander in your mind. You are its absolute ruler, its conductor, its God. The thoughts you think most often become the beliefs you live by. And those beliefs, they become your very story, your lived reality. If you assume and persist in assuming, I can't, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works out for me, your wonderful imagination will clothe these assumptions in flesh and blood. Your subconscious mind will move heaven and earth to make these assumptions true in your experience. But, and here is the glorious truth, if you begin instead with I am capable, I choose peace, I deserve good things, your imagination will seek these with the same unwavering certainty. Your subconscious does not argue with you. It simply fulfills your assumptions. You don't have to get it perfect, my friends. You need only be intentional. When a negative thought presents itself, do not fight it. Do not wrestle with it. Simply recognize it. Then replace it. Be firm but gentle with your mind, for it is listening to every word you speak to yourself. I am worthy of all the good things that come to me. Write this upon your heart. You don't have to earn your worth through suffering or struggle. You don't have to hustle for approval or prove that you deserve joy. You already do. Your worth is not conditional upon your productivity, your past mistakes, or the fickle opinions of others. It is yours by divine right, simply and profoundly yours, by virtue of your existence as God individualized. Let that truth penetrate every fiber of your being. You are worthy of love, success, peace, rest, and laughter. Not tomorrow when you've fixed yourself, but now exactly as you are in this moment. Now I will reveal to you perhaps the most revolutionary truth you will ever hear. You are the creator of your experiences. Life does not happen to you. Life is perpetually responding to you. Every thought, every belief, every emotion sends forth a signal into the infinite field of possibility. And that signal draws unto you people, opportunities, and events that match your inner frequency. This is not blame, my dear friends. This is the most glorious empowerment. For if you created it, you can recreate it. Look upon your current experience and ask, what is this teaching me? What assumption did this spring from? And what do I choose to assume now? The very moment you begin to consciously create, to assume deliberately rather than by default, your life begins its magnificent transformation. But now you might ask, Neville, how do I know I'm moving in the right direction? How do I navigate this process of conscious creation? And so I give you 6 assumptions now that will set you free. I trust the process of life. This assumption, my friends, when truly embodied, becomes one of the most liberating truths you can ever embrace. So many of us exhaust ourselves trying to control the uncontrollable, gripping tightly to outcomes, overthinking every step of the journey. But life has a rhythm, a flow, a higher wisdom that your conscious mind cannot always comprehend. Sometimes you will not understand why something is happening, but trust that it is guiding you toward your greater good. Sometimes what appears as rejection is redirection. Sometimes what feels like setback is setting the stage for your next breakthrough. Trust is not passive resignation. It is active surrender. It is choosing to believe that life is unfolding for your highest good, even when the path seems unclear. I am constantly growing and evolving. You are not who you were a year ago, or even a week ago. You are in constant becoming. With every lesson, every challenge, every small moment of courage, you evolve into more of who you truly are. You may not always feel as though you're progressing, but growth is not always visible to the naked eye. Sometimes it happens underground, quietly strengthening your roots, so you can bloom more magnificently than ever before. Give yourself grace. You are a work in progress. And that is not a limitation, but a beautiful truth. I am deserving of love and acceptance just as I am. Stop waiting to become perfect before you allow yourself to feel love. There is no version of you more worthy than the one listening to these words right now. You are already enough, complete, whole, perfect in your divine imperfection. You don't need to shrink to be liked. You don't need to mold yourself to fit someone else's idea of lovable. You don't need to fix your flaws before you let love in. The love you seek begins with you. And when you love yourself deeply, unapologetically, that love radiates outward and attracts more of the same. Like calls unto like, this is law. I am at peace with where I am right now. The present moment is your point of power. Not the past, not the future, but this eternal now. If you're always chasing the next thing, regretting the last thing, you'll miss the everything that's happening right in front of you. Peace doesn't mean you don't desire growth. It means you're not at war with where you are. You can still strive, but do it from a place of calm, not chaos. From acceptance, not resistance. Breathe into this moment. This is your life right now, and it is worthy of your full presence. I am aligned with my true purpose. You don't have to go searching for your purpose in some distant land. It's not hidden under a rock or waiting to be discovered in some career path. Your purpose lives within you, in your curiosity, in your passions, in the things that make you feel most alive, in those moments when time disappears, and your soul speaks louder than your fears. Each step you take in alignment with your truth, no matter how small, is a step toward your purpose. You don't need to have it all figured out. You need only follow what lights you up from within. I am grateful for today and all it brought me. Gratitude, my friends, is the bridge between the life you have and the life you desire. It turns what you have into enough. Even in the most challenging days, there is something to be grateful for. A kind word, a breath of fresh air, a lesson learned. The more you look for things to appreciate, the more your life expands to meet your gratitude. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the beauty that already exists. It's the golden thread that weaves through every experience, transmuting even pain into wisdom. These assumptions I have shared with you tonight are not mere positive thoughts. They are fundamental truths about your divine nature. And the more you speak them, feel them, live them, the more they become your lived reality. Repeat them, write them, meditate upon them. Let them guide you when you feel lost. Let them anchor you when the world feels overwhelming. For you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of your story. You don't have to wait for permission to change. You don't need everything to be perfect before you begin. The only thing you need is willingness, a decision to show up, speak truth to yourself, and move forward one aligned assumption at a time. The world you desire is not out of reach. The peace you seek, the love you long for, the success you dream of, it all begins with you, with your assumptions, with your wonderful human imagination. So tonight, speak these words not just with your voice, but with your entire being. I am in control of my thoughts and feelings. I am worthy of all the good things that come to me. I am the creator of my experiences. I trust the process of life. I am constantly growing and evolving. I am deserving of love and acceptance just as I am. I am at peace with where I am right now. I am aligned with my true purpose. I am grateful for today and all it brought me. Say them, feel them, become them. You are not here by accident, my dear friends. You are here to create, to grow, to love, and to shine your unique light upon the world. The universe is ready. The canvas is blank. The brush of imagination is in your hand. Now go forth and create your masterpiece. For you are God in action, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing that you cannot be, do, or have, when you assume it to be true.
You are God. I'm not saying this in a metaphorical or spiritual sense. I'm saying this in a literal and factual sense. You are God, and you have the power to create anything you want in life with the power of your mind. Neville Goddard, a visionary philosopher, dared to unveil the profound power of assumption, revealing how by consistently believing we already possess our desires, we can orchestrate the events of our lives. While Neville Goddard's teachings on the law of assumption are often associated with the law of attraction, he actually saw them as two distinct concepts. He believed that the law of attraction, which states that we attract what we focus on, was an incomplete understanding of the power of our minds. According to Goddard, it's not enough to simply focus on positive thoughts and affirmations. We must also change our deep-seated assumptions about ourselves and our reality. This is where the law of assumption comes in. According to Neville Goddard, the law of assumption is the only law that governs the manifestation of your desires. He said that the law of attraction is secondary and that it only works when it is aligned with the law of assumption. He said that the law of attraction is the effect and the law of assumption is the cause. But how do you assume that you already have your desire when your current reality seems to contradict it? Keep on watching, because I'm about to reveal the secret of how to actually do that. First, I'm going to show you how the law of assumption works. The law of assumption works by using the power of your imagination and your feeling to impress your subconscious mind with your new reality. Your subconscious mind is the creative power that manifests everything in your life according to your dominant beliefs and assumptions. Your subconscious mind does not reason, judge, or question. It simply accepts whatever you impress upon it as true and reflects it back to you in your outer world. Therefore, if you want to change your outer world, you have to change your inner world. And the way to do that is to assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled. To assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled, you have to imagine that you already have your desire and feel the emotions that come with it. You have to act as if it is already done, not as if it is going to be done. You have to live in the end, not in the means. Jim Carrey, a famous actor and comedian, did exactly this. When he was struggling to make a name for himself in Hollywood, wrote himself a check for $10 million and dated it Thanksgiving 1995. He carried the check in his wallet and looked at it every day, imagining that he had already received it for his acting services. He acted as if he was already a successful and wealthy actor and lived in the end result of his desire. In 1994, he got his breakthrough role in the movie Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, which was a huge hit and launched his career. In 1995, he was offered $10 million to star in the movie Dumb and Dumber, which was released in December of that year. He achieved his goal of earning $10 million by Thanksgiving 1995, just as he had written on his check. By following examples like this, you create a new state of consciousness, a new vibration, a new reality. And by the law of assumption, your new reality must manifest in your physical world because it is already true in your consciousness. To make this easier for you, here are 3 simple steps that you can follow to apply the law of assumption and manifest your desire fast. The first step is to choose your desire. What do you want to manifest? Carefully select your deepest desire. What is it that you yearn to bring into manifestation? The possibilities are boundless, whether it's a salary increase, an upgraded living space, finding at last your true love, overcoming health challenges, unlocking new levels of success and happiness, or just anything else that you desire, it can become yours. The only limit is your imagination. But make sure that your desire is something that you really want, not something you think you should want, or something that others want for you. Your desire should be something that makes you feel excited, passionate, and joyful. Once you have chosen your desire, write it down in a clear and positive way. For example, if you want to manifest more money, you can write something like, "I am wealthy and abundant. I have more than enough money to live the life of my dreams." Or if you want to manifest a loving relationship, you can write something like, "I am in a happy and harmonious relationship with my soulmate. We love and respect each other deeply." The second step is to assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled. This is the most important and powerful step because it's the one that activates the law of assumption and impresses your subconscious mind with your new reality. To assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled, you have to imagine that you already have your desire and feel the emotions that come with it. There are many ways to do this, but one of the most effective ones is to use a technique called the "I remember when" method. This technique was also taught by Neville Goddard, and it consists of remembering a time when you didn't have your desire and contrasting it with the present moment when you do have it. For example, if you want to manifest more money, you can say to yourself, "I remember when I was struggling to pay my bills, and now I have more than enough money to live the life of my dreams." Or, if you want to manifest a loving relationship, you can say to yourself, "I remember when I was lonely and single, and now I'm in a happy and harmonious relationship with my soulmate." The key is to say these statements with conviction and feeling as if they were true right now. Don't say them as a wish or a hope, but as a fact. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the relief, the confidence, the love that comes with having your desire. Feel it in your body, in your heart, in your soul. Feel it as if it were real, because it is real. You are creating it with your imagination and your feelings. The third and final step is to persist in your assumption. This means you have to maintain the feeling of your wish being fulfilled and act as if you already have your desire until it manifests in your physical reality. Don't let doubt, fear, or negative thoughts interfere with your assumption. Don't look for signs, evidence, or validation from the outside. Don't worry about how, when, or where your desire will manifest. Just trust that it will, because it has to. The law of assumption is a law, not a theory. It works for everyone all the time, without exception. Whatever you assume to be true with conviction and feeling will become true and your reality. It's as simple as that. But you have to be consistent and persistent in your assumption. You have to live from the end and not from the middle. You have to act as if you already have your desire and not as if you're waiting for it. This may seem challenging at first, especially if your current reality seems to contradict your desire. But remember, your current reality is only a reflection of your past assumptions. It has nothing to do with your present or future assumptions. You can change your reality by changing your assumptions, and you can do it right now by following the 3 simple steps we just talked about. To make this even more effective and powerful, keep the following in mind. Ignore your current reality. Don't let the external circumstances or evidence contradict your assumption. Remember that your imagination is the only true reality and that your current situation is only a reflection of your past thoughts. Focus on your desired state and act as if it is already yours. Say yes to everything. Don't argue with or resist anything that happens in your life. Instead, accept everything as a part of your manifestation process. Say yes to whatever comes your way and trust that it is leading you to your desired outcome. Always return to your assumption. Whenever you feel doubtful or fearful, remind yourself of your assumption and the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Repeat your affirmations, visualize your desired scene, or listen to subliminal messages that support your assumption. Don't let negative emotions take over your mind. Proclaim affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce your belief and confidence. You can use affirmations to overcome your doubts and fears and to affirm your desired state. For example, you can say, "I am confident and fearless. I am worthy and deserving of my desire," or "I am living my wish fulfilled." Embrace your fears and doubts. Sometimes the best way to overcome your fears and doubts is to face them head-on. Instead of avoiding or suppressing them, acknowledge them and let them go. You can do this by writing them down, talking to someone, or doing a meditation or a clearing process. By releasing your fears and doubts, you can make room for more positive and empowering thoughts. If you follow these guidelines, you will realize your dreams, choose your desire, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and persist in your assumption. Watch as your life transforms before your eyes. You are the creator of your reality, and you can create anything you want with the power of your mind. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified about more content like this.